It's Monday, which means it's time to open all of the book mail that I got this past week. These are only 2 of the packages that I got. I have 8 more literally sitting right over there. So let's dive right in. Okay, so our first book, I'm so excited. It's The Witch and the Huntress. So this is a Greek myth reimagining. It focuses on Medea and Atalanta, who are 2 of my favorite women in Greek mythology. Medea gets a bad rap. She's a witch. There's a lot of crazy mythology around her. So I'm excited to see how this author reimagines her. And then you have Atalanta, who is the fierce huntress. She's amazing with a bow and arrow. She was raised by bears. And this really follows them because they both meet through Jason of the Argonauts. Medea was married to Jason and Atalanta was part of Jason's crew. This is a sapphic reimagination. I'm curious to see how that plays out, but I love a good Greek myth retelling. So this next book is for all my literary fiction lovers. It is Small Boat, and it is pretty small itself. But what this book is it's a very serious book. It is a fictionalized recounting of the events that happened in November 2021 when French migrants were crossing the English Channel to get to the UK and their boat capsized. What then happened is they called for help. And the radio operators actually told them that they were in British waters and they would have to call British authorities for help. What ended up happening is that 27 people died. I can say that because that is in the news. That has happened, but I'm excited to see how this author fictionalizes the account. It is from the POV of the radio operator, the person who took their distress calls. So I'm gonna save this one for when I'm in a really serious kind of emotional mood. I'm in shock that Zando sent me 3 books of one of my favorite gritty crime series. If you have not checked out this series yet, you need to. The first book is The Butcher and the Wren. This book follows Dr. Rim, who is a criminal pathologist. She works for the medical examiner's office. So she does like cause of death, investigates crime scenes, that sort of thing. But what this author does insanely well is you get the POV of the serial killer that Dr. Wren is working on his victims. The serial killer's POV is so creepy, so well written. It's genius, it's brilliant, and yet it is horrifying. It's all set in my home state of Louisiana, deep in the bayou. So this is book 1, and then you get book 2, which picks up right after book 1. Book 2 is The Butcher Game. They're not meant to be read as standalones. You really do need to read them in a series, so don't go jumping into this one because you really won't know what's going on. Both of these are available now. They've been published for a little bit. But the third book is The Butcher Legacy. This comes out this summer. I am so excited. I don't even need to know what it's about because I loved book 1 and 2. If you like true crime, if gore and crime scenes, like descriptive crime scenes, does not bother you, this is the series for you. This next book, I'm so excited. Just for the season. This author wrote one of my favorite historical romances that I read last year, which is The Trouble with Anna. So I'm so excited to read her next book. She does historical fiction very well. She's kind of up there with India Holton for me for historical fiction. The banter is just so funny. It's sexy, so it's a little bit spicier than India Holton's books if you're familiar with her. In this one, though, we have our female main character who has 1 season to marry. And so she invites the most eligible bachelor to her manor house for the summer. And yet she cannot keep her eyes off her ex, who is a duke. So you get that second chance romance element. So this one looks so fun. If you love historical romance, do not sleep on this author. This next book looks creepy. Oh, Hide and Seek. No one does creepy kids like this Nordic noir author. He is the author of The Chestnut Man. That was made into a series or a movie, one of the 2. The book is insanely creepy if you've seen this, but this book has already been opted for a Netflix series because all of his books are so cinematic and genuinely they will creep you out. I get goosebumps even thinking about The Chestnut Man. I'm so excited about this one. There is a childhood rhyme in this one. There's a missing woman. There is detective duo that's trying to solve the case. I cannot wait to see what creepy, crazy things are in this one. This one comes out in July, so definitely add it to your summer TBR. This next one I'm predicting will be one of the summer thrillers of the year. So in this book, you have a man who comes back home to his small town. You have his 12-year-old son, but his father is also the sheriff of this small town, and then his uncle goes missing. So you have a lot of men in the same family with very differing views trying to find their beloved uncle before anything crazy happens. It really starts asking the question, like, how far would you go for the people you love? Set in a very small town, which is one of my favorite thriller settings. But if you're looking for a book to add to your thriller summer TBR, do not forget to add this one. Okay, the next 6 books came to me from Underlined in one very big box. All of these are part of their summer 2026 releases, so we're gonna rapid fire go through. The first one that we're gonna dive into is Heaven Sent and Hellbent. This has angels and demons in a very romantic-y type genre. Anytime I see angels, I'm automatically in. This goes back to me loving the Mortal Instruments series when I was a young adult. And so I always think that angels are so underrepresented in fantasy. So I don't need to know much more about this one. I want to just dive in blind. The cover is absolutely gorgeous though. Okay, the Sawmouth looks insanely creepy. This is a new voice in YA, which means this is going to probably be a debut book. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with this author. This looks like summer YA horror done right. There is like a complex machine. There is creepy family tragedies, and yet a shadow that reeks like rot and has a mouth like a deep crevice following this young adult. Guys, I'm already creeped out and I haven't even started the book. I love reading horror and thrillers in the summer, so this I'm going to save. This is like my type of pool read. Okay, this one also looks creepy. Underlined totally kind of tapped into my summer vibe right now because I am loving the titles they sent me. This is There Are Ghosts Here. This girl is at some kind of house on a cliff and she has no memory of why she got sent there. Nobody's telling her while she's there. I'm already hooked. This premise seems amazing. Plus, it's actually not that big. It kind of looks big right there, but it's really not that big of a book. Another YA horror thriller type book that I am excited to read. If you don't read YA, because you're like, I'm an adult, I don't read YA, you are missing out on some phenomenal books. Just because it's YA doesn't mean that it's kiddie. YA just means like normally minimal spice, minimal gore, even though there is some gore in YA horror, it's a very fine line. Normally all of the main characters are also teenagers. I love YA, so I'm excited to dive into this one as well. This one, Grove Hollow. This is Metamorphosis. So this is going to be a series. It looks like from the back, it says like this is the first in a gothic paranormal romance series. Gothic paranormal romance? I am in. Sign me up. But the year is 1985. We have a 17-year-old. She has family secrets. She goes to a gilded mansion, and then she goes to a new private school. So it looks like you get some dark academia. We have some historical fiction vibes, even though it's 85. 80s considered historical fiction is crazy to me, but we still get those 80s vibes, which I am in for the 80s. I love the 80s. And then paranormal romance. I wonder if there's some ghosts. Huh. Oh, charming, handsome rugby captain. This one sounds like my kind of thing. Okay, this next one, mystery guest. This one seems kind of crazy. You have a female main character who is dead. 3 of her friends admit to the murder, but yet some of them are lying because only one person did it. So you get a lot of unreliable narrator kind of trope. You really don't know what's going on. You also don't know why are they lying. Come to find out, the female main character was also tormented by somebody in a mask. So there are a lot of crazy things going on. This one seems perfect if you like that YA horror with that high school type drama. Okay, we'll finish up. This is the final book that I have today. It's Rain Song. This is also YA. This is the final YA book that I got sent by Underlined. This is small town. I love small towns and thrillers and horror books. It's so creepy to me. But this one has a missing girl where people think her boyfriend did something to her. Then you also have this fog that never seems to let up, and this island rain song that supposedly is haunted. This has all of the makings of a book that I would love. I love the cover. It's so gorgeous and creepy. But yes, if you're looking for some YA thrillers and horror, I just told you a lot of them. So definitely don't skip them. If you haven't tried YA horror, that is actually probably the best gateway for you if you are kind of scared that horror is not for you. YA horror is like taking your baby steps into the big world of horror. So yes, this one comes out in the summer, and that is a wrap on this week's Mail Monday. If you want even more unboxings and don't want to miss any videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.